Similes. A simile is a figure of speech involving the comparison of one thing with another thing of a different kind, used to make a description more empathetic or vivid. Example, as brave as a lion, crazy like a fox. So let's learn about similes.
Okay, so it says which picture matches the meaning of the simile. The sand was like a frying pan under Mark's feet. So the first picture shows that his legs are burning because the sand is very hot. So, and the second one doesn't look like he's very, his feet are very hot. So it's the first one.
Okay, it says which picture matches the meaning of the simile. When they are on vacations, the Sheltons eat like kings. So it's using the word like and as. It doesn't mean that they're saying like kings. They're not kings, but they're eating the way of kings. So it's definitely this one, because this one doesn't have as much food as a king would have. So it's the second one.
Okay, so which picture matches the meaning of the simile? So it says, Mr. McKinney looks like a zebra in his new sweater. Okay, the first one, we know that it looks like a zebra, and because zebra have stripes. But the second one is spotted, and zebras do not have spotted bodies. So it's the first one.
Okay, it says which picture matches the meaning of the simile. Mrs. Townsend's eyebrows are like caterpillars. The eyebrows are not actually caterpillars. They just look like them. And caterpillars have thick skin. So it would be the second one, because the first one has thin eyebrows, and the second one is thick.
Okay, so it says which picture matches the meaning of the simile. Okay, it says at the dance performance, Amy moved like a feather across the stage. So the first one, she looks like she's dancing gracefully, and the second one looks like she's wobbling a lot, and it doesn't look like she's very graceful. So it's the first one.
It says which picture matches the meaning of the simile. After running around all day, Andy felt like a log. He didn't actually was a log. He slept like one. So it would be the first one, because he's restfully and he's happy. Slept like a log.
Okay, it says which picture matches the meaning of the simile. Sophia has hair like a lion's mane. So we know that the first one does not look like a lion's mane because a lion's mane is very thick, and the first one is not thick. It was very thin. And the second one is very thick, and it looks like a lion's mane, so it's the second one.
It says which picture matches the meaning of the simile. Fred looks like a skyscraper when he stands next to his sister. So we know that skyscrapers are actually very tall. So we know that Fred is supposed to be tall because he looks like a skyscraper. So it's the first one.
Okay, which picture matches the meaning of the simile? The cookies tasted like lumps of sand. The first one looks like he's enjoying the cookie, and it looks like it tastes good. And the second one doesn't look like he's enjoying the cookie. And we know that lumps of sand don't taste good, so the second one is the simile.
Okay, it says which picture matches the meaning of the simile. At 5 o'clock, the freeway is like a parking lot. So a parking lot is usually full of cars, so we know that it's the second one because it's more of a traffic line. Even though it's not actually a parking lot, it's just meaning that there's a lot of cars in the freeway.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Scott's hair is like a cactus. We know that cactuses are very sharp, so we have to find the picture that has sharp hair. So the second one is the simile because the first one doesn't look very pointy, and cactuses are very pointy, so it's the second one.
For Rebecca, time moved like a snail that afternoon. So a snail is usually very slow, so we're trying to see how slow the time is. So we know that the first one looks like it's just time is going by fast. The look on her face looks like the time is looking slow, so it's acting like a snail. So the time is very slow. It's the second one.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Mark felt like someone who had just walked through deserts. The first one, we know he's in a pool, and it's filled with a lot of water. But the desert does not have a lot of water, so the second one looks like he doesn't have enough water. It's the second one.
It says, which picture matches the meaning of the simile? By the time Erica got her ball back, it looked like a pancake. So pancakes we know are flat. They're definitely not round, but flat. So we know that this the second one because the soccer ball just got inflated, so it looks like a pancake.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Adam looked like a tire with the air let out. The first one looks like he's very angry, and it looks like he has a lot of air inside of him. But the second one looks like he's inflated like a tire, and he looks very sad, so it's the second one.
Which picture matches this meaning of the simile? Beth's skirt looks like a waterfall, so we know waterfalls are pretty long. So we're trying to find a long skirt because this is a short skirt and waterfalls are long, not short, so it's the first one.
Which picture matches the meaning of simile? Caleb looked like at the steak like a wolf looking at his next meal. So we know that wolves are very hungry and they love meat. So it's the second one because he looks like he's wanting to eat the meat. But the first one looks like he doesn't want the meat. So it's the second one.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? The office is like a library today. So libraries are usually quiet, not talkative. So these people look like they're talking and communicating, and that's not what a library usually looks like. It's this one because they're very quiet and more focused on their work.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Tom has a temper like a volcano. So the first one looks like he's very angry, and a volcano likes to erupt when it's like angry. The first one is angry. The second one looks like he's so happy. And the first one is correct because that's what volcano feels like.
Challenge zone. So it says, which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Ben's shoes smell like a couple of skunks. So we know skunks are pretty smelly, so we're not trying to look for clean shoes or nice smelling shoes. We're trying to look for smelling shoes. So these are smelling because you can look, there's dirt inside, and that's pretty much what a skunk smells like. So it's using like or as, that means it's a simile. So it's a second picture.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? After Ethan's book came in the mail, he was like a puppy with a new toy. We know that puppies are very excited when they get a new toy, and the first one looks like he is very, very excited with his book. And the second one looks like he's bored of reading that book. And that's not what puppies look like, so it's the first one.
So it says, which picture matches the meaning of the simile? The flowers stood like proud soldiers. So proud soldiers are usually standing up straight and tall with their arms on by their side. And the first one looks like it's standing straight up tall, and they sound like look like they're proud. But the second one looks like it's just hanging down, and that's not what usually proud soldiers look like. So it has to be the first picture.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Josie sat like a steel rod in the waiting room chair. We know that steel rods are very straight and don't really bend that much. So the first one looked like she's very straight. So it's the first one.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? On Monday, posters for the school musical appeared like weeds. So weeds are more like a invader plant, so they more like there's covered almost the whole entire field. So we're trying to look like for posters that look like weeds. And these look like there's just papers on top of each other. They act like weeds. So it's the second picture.
Which picture matches the meaning of simile? Josie's music was like music to Tim's ears. The first one looks like he's closing his ears because he doesn't like Josie's voice. But the second one looks like he's happy and likes what Josie talks. So it's the second one.
Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Josie's coat is like a marshmallow. Marshmallows are white and they're fluffy and thick. This one looks very thin and small. So this does not look like a marshmallow. It does not like a marshmallow. Although this one is, because it's more thick and fluffy. So this coat, Josie's coat, is like a marshmallow. It's the first one.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Sorry for that. We accidentally went back.
Okay, let's wait for it to load. Which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Ben felt like a rubber band that was about to snap. We know that the first one feels like he's so stressed about the bill and he doesn't look very happy. And the second one looks like he's peaceful in the water and doesn't have a care in the world. So it's the first one because a rubber band explodes when it's is stressed.
Okay, it says, which picture matches the meaning of the simile? Tim's shoes were like boats. So boats are more like a big floating surface. So it can't be this one because it's too small. And it looks like if you put it in water, it'd probably sink. This looks like boats because they're actually big. And the surface part looks pretty strong. So it's definitely the first one. So now that we're done, we need to learn today about similes, which means they use like and as.
We hope you enjoyed this video and don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification button so you can never miss an episode.
We'll see you guys next time
On Step by Step.